Welcome back, everybody. We're celebrating Oktoberfest on today's show, just with those great old comfort kind of German recipes that we all love, especially this time of year. Sarah Guenther is here. She's one of our viewers. She's a great cook, wife, and mom, and we love her recipes. We love when she comes to visit. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Oh, you as well. I'll tell you, fall, German, it doesn't get any better.
I know, and these are family recipes, tried and true, that you love. Later, we're going to do German apple dessert recipe. It's called a
apple custard kuchen. It comes from way back, late 1800s. Carl's great-greats, made it, and it's been passed down through generations.
Oh, those are the best recipes.
Yeah,
they really are.
Best.
But this is a nice big batch of a cheesy German sausage potato soup, and I made a big batch of soup yesterday on the show, and man, we had some of it for dinner last night. It's just that even though the weather's nice, it's still, you're feeling fall,
Yeah.
and so this is, I think, going to really hit the spot.
Oh, absolutely. And what we did was we started, with our potatoes in the water, and again, just take real nice, beautiful Yukon potatoes and chop those up. I leave the skins on. Why not? It's a little healthier for you, and they're just gorgeous.
And it's easier that way.
And it's easier that way, exactly. And
so,
like 4 mediums. These are a little bigger, but I got these at a farm market. They're just gorgeous.
They are beautiful. So we're boiling those until they're tender. And we're going to save the water, so don't throw out the water, correct? Okay, all right.
And then in our Le Creuset here, we're going to start making a roux.
Okay, we'll do a swap here.
And so what we're going to need is 6 tablespoons of butter.
Okay, so just about
all of it.
Okay.
And once that gets bubbling, and a lot of people, they don't quite get the whole roux thing. We want the butter, totally melted. And then once we whisk in our flour, let's give it a minute so it doesn't have that floury taste you were talking about earlier.
Right. And roux is so, I think people are really intimidated about doing cream soups, and it's something that they order out at the restaurants. Once you get into the swing of it, they're so easy to do. I mean, I do them all the time. And the nice thing is you have flour, butter, and milk on hand, so it's not like you have to run out and get
I'm
this
just going to warm this milk up a little bit that we're going to add to the roux, because that way you aren't going to get as many lumps.
Oh, that's a good tip.
So that's what I do.
And that was about 2 cups of Lamers milk. We love our Lamers milk, local milk sponsor of our show. So we're melting our butter.
Yeah, so that's coming along there.
Is it equal parts butter and flour?
Yeah, it's actually half a cup of flour and 6 tablespoons of butter. So just a little off, but great. So
as Sarah said, this is kind of
work here.
You got it going?
I think. Well, maybe not.
There we go. Everybody's microwave.
Yeah,
like
everybody's got a different method here. I'll stir well, and probably about a minute or so.
Okay.
Great, thanks. So yeah, we're just, and what I like about these pots too is once the soup is going, we can, throw it into the oven on warm if you want. If you aren't quite ready for it right away, it works out great.
These are great soup pots. They really are. And I think that's one thing that everyone should invest in or pick one up at a yard sale or Goodwill. Is a nice big soup pot. I hate it when you make a big batch of soup and the pot's not big enough.
Yeah, just like you talked about earlier, why have this all splashing around? Because in my family, I'm notorious for having it completely covered by the end of my cooking time. But hey, that's all right. As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters in my world.
So flour and butter are now cooking?
So I think we can take our milk out and add that. And
you don't have to warm the milk, but that is a nice kind of tip.
Yeah, it just helps it, Perfect. And I'll have you keep stirring
you
while
betcha.
I add. And then it calls for a little chicken base. We're going to put, this just gives it a little extra flavor. It's like 4 teaspoons of chicken base.
Okay.
And then a teaspoon of garlic seasoning. And, it could be anything, whatever you want it to be, And I'm kind of the Rachel Ray method. I just throw whatever in, and it looks good to me.
And that roux really, this cream base does need some flavor.
Yeah, it needs some flavor, So we're going to throw a little bit of that in. And it just, comes in there real nice.
This is thickening beautifully.
Isn't that nice? And so then what we're going to do is we're going to actually be adding our potato water to that now. So what we'll do is we can, kind of turn that, down slightly. And all of that potato water is going to go in there.
Okay, so basically you've got the colander over a bowl.
Over a bowl, yep. So you're saving that, yep. And then we're just going to whisk that in right away.
I'm imagining that's also going to help thicken.
Yes, yeah.
Instead of using regular water.
Well, and then you have a nice flavor as well. It's like, why are we wasting all that good, potato water? So
good tip.
So then we're going to chop up a little kielbasa here, and we're going to be putting some cheese in, and you could put any cheese in. Now, this one calls for Velveeta. I remember, helped create this recipe years ago. A good friend of mine, Barb Reef, we were at a fall festival, and she's like, hey, this is my great potato kielbasa soup recipe. I'm like, oh, that sounds wonderful. But I like to put like Guerrero in or something like that. You can change it up whatever you want. Yeah.
But Velveeta does melt very nicely.
Yeah, and that's what's nice about it.
It's very kid friendly. So.
Yep.
Okay, so we are about to the finish line here. So we're going to add our potatoes back to the pot.
Yep, potatoes go in. And if it looks a little too thick, we can always just put a little more water in. It doesn't matter, And then we're going to throw in our Velveeta and our sausages here. And
the sausages are already cooked anyway, so that makes it really easy.
Put some of those in there.
Oh, my goodness, this looks amazing.
And it is just so. And you could easily, throw this into a crock pot as well, and and then at the end, add your cheese or something like that.
Wow. So here it is, all done. You can see that cheese all melting.
Yeah, serve it with some crusty bread or something like that. It would be just fabulous.
This looks amazing.
And very kid friendly.
Yeah. Ooh, yum. Sarah's going to stick around, and she is going to make another family dessert, an apple kuchen?
Yes, apple custard kuchen. It doesn't get any better. And you serve it warm with ice cream, and it's to die for.
It sounds like it.